Hi, my name is Alex Rowley. This is the final assignment for Communications 100 for Aspen University. This is week 8. Um, and my presentation today is going to be about how to be successful in an online university. Now, the difficulties of being involved in online classes are the fact that your instructor and you have a little bit of distance between each other. It's hard if you have a question. You have to email them. You can't just raise your hand and get clarification. It's been a little bit difficult dealing with just reading material or watching a video in order to learn the content of the class instead of learning it in a classroom where you have peers that you could readily ask questions, as well as your instructor. Now, in a normal class, you go to class every day or every other day or whatever it is. You take down notes, you listen to a lecture, you do a homework assignment. In this, you have to be a lot more self motivated. And I've actually done a little bit of normal university for about 3 years, as well as a little bit of online with Aspen and my previous university. So what I'm going to do today is state my top 5 strategies on how to best succeed in an online class. Step number 1, which I kind of already mentioned, was becoming self-motivated. With Aspen University, you have your first discussion question due Thursday. You have your responses and second discussion question response due on Sunday, and then the final response and your assignment due Monday. And with that timeline, it can make it real easy to procrastinate to the very last minute and do everything that you need to do Thursday and then Sunday and then Monday. I've had to learn how to be self motivated and do a little bit every single day. Otherwise, I get behind and I don't get it done on time. And the second strategy is sticking to a schedule. It's kind of what I talked about earlier. What I did is, so Tuesday I read everything and watch all the videos I'm supposed to do. Wednesday I would do the first questions. I do both the first questions. Thursday I would do the responses. Friday, I would do the second questions. Saturday, I do the responses. Then I would do an assignment Sunday, and then another one Monday. So I would do a little bit every single day, so I wouldn't procrastinate and save up too much work to the last minute. My third strategy is starting out small. I kind of did this. My sister, who started Aspen University before I did, warned me like I would start out small. It's a little bit different than what you're used to. I took 2 classes at the beginning, and part of me kind of thinks I should have taken one, but I think starting out small is a good idea. I'm very very happy I didn't do a full course, 12 credits, because when you do that, I think I would have fallen behind. The difference with Aspen is that your semesters are only 8 weeks, right? That's a lot of stuff crammed into 8 weeks. So starting out small has definitely been the best for my grades and me being able to learn the material and not feel overwhelmed. So starting out part time, I would definitely recommend to do. And then if you feel like you could take more later, that's okay. You just got to remember that these are only 8 weeks long. So if you do like 2 classes here, 2 classes here, that's 16 weeks. It's a little bit longer than a normal semester, and you just did 4 classes, which depending on how many credits it is, that could be a full course. Now, number 4 is having a consistently quiet study space. I live in a house with a married couple. It's my sister and her husband, and a 3-year old. So having a space that I can go to and be able to do my work in quiet has been very important. Everyone in the house kind of knows when Alex is in his room, just leave him alone, let him do his work. He'll come out when he's ready. Because I have to have basically complete quiet in order for me to do my assignment. Otherwise, I get distracted. You know, so I've had to have my own little space in my room with a door closed to work and get all my work done. So having a consistently quiet study space has been a big help for me. When things were getting out of control a little bit, I would go to Starbucks. I have a pair of noise canceling headphones, and I would go and I would do my homework at Starbucks. Number five, and this one has been kind of difficult for me, and I should have done it a little bit more this semester, is communicate with instructors when necessary. When it comes to this class, if I had a question, not just this class, but both my classes, I would feel like I would need to kind of just figure it out on my own, where learning to communicate with the instructors via email has actually helped a lot, because there's been a few times where I've been confused by the assignment. In a normal classroom, you just raise your hand, ask a question, figure it out. With this, you kind of have to be self motivated and realize that you don't know everything, and you got to communicate with the instructors when necessary. And so those have been my top five suggestions for how to be successful in an online classroom. In conclusion, number one, being self motivated. Number two, sticking to a schedule. Do a little bit every day so you don't get behind. Number three, start out small. Don't overload yourself all at once. We got plenty of time to get all this done. Number four, have a consistently quiet study space, especially if you live in a household with a lot of people. Number five, communicate with instructors when necessary. And so those have been my top five strategies on how to be successful in an online classroom environment. My references for this were Phillips v. 7 Tips for Success in Online Course. It was retrieved from www.geteducated.com. Lytle R. 5 Tips to Succeed in an Online Course, retrieved from www.usnews.com. Buckley Z. Top 10 Ways to Succeed in Online Education, retrieved from www.thebestschools.org. So those were my three references for this. And thank you very much.